Hello and welcome back to Cookie and the Haydens, and I'm car boot Chris, and today I went to two car boot sales and one of them was £8 to get in. £8. I mean, come on, that is the most I've spent to get in a car boot sale ever. But it was early bird, so you got in before everyone else. But the big question is it worth it? Did I get enough stuff to make that £8 worth it? You'll have to wait and see. So it cost £8 to get in on the early bird at Exeter Racecourse. That gives you a full 2 hours clear before all the regular punters come in at £1 each. But I was 30 minutes after the first lot of people went in for that £8. So I was a late early bird. So I probably missed out on some good stuff. Anyway, a rare occasion, I managed to get some footage on the old strap-on, so we're going to roll that and then I'll show you everything that I picked up afterwards, and also I'll show you what I picked up on the earlier car boot as well. So it's a double whammy, and we'll see you in a bit. So here we are, and I'm going to give you a fantastic running commentary as we walk round Exeter car boot sale, the racecourse, as it's known as here by us locals. Now, just looking at some of the tables, there wasn't that much really that was worth sort of trying to pick up. So an old razor there. No, I'm not going to pick that up. I just spotted those inline skates, but they're absolutely wrecked, so I think I'll leave those for now. They did have a few others on there too, but all in pretty poor condition. I didn't even bother asking sort of how much they were. I couldn't be bothered really, to be honest. So let's see what else have we got here. Lots of tools and stuff, but I'm not really into my tools. I wouldn't even know what to do with some of them. Yep, still browsing, not picking up very much at all really. Yeah, this first part of the boot sale, I didn't really get anything. But hang on a minute, hang on, what is this? I am spotting Builder Bears. Get in there, there's got to be some money here. It's an unusual one. How much is that one? Fiver. So she wants £5.
He was like 20.
Yeah, they're expensive.
It
was
a
bit steep for me, really. What about you, big lot? So tenner. £10 on the Lotso Bear. It was a big one. The condition wasn't great, so I think I'll leave that one, to be honest with you. Not much going on here. As I say, I was 30 minutes sort of after the start of the early bird, so I probably missed some stuff. Load of Tiggers there. Got a lot of plush toys at the moment. I really don't need any more. Hope you're not getting too dizzy with this chest cam. Lots of toys and figures here, right up my street really, but definitely a trader, so I didn't bother. I don't think I bothered picking up anything.
off this guy. No, nothing there. Let's move on. Fishing rods, no thank you. Carry on to the next stall. I guess the good thing about Exeter Racecourse car boot is it's an afternoon starter, so it's kind of, well, 11 o'clock for the early bird, 1 p.m. for the regular buyers. So you can go to a morning one, which we did, and then you can go on to the afternoon one. So you can crack in 2 boot sales in one day. Oh, hang on a minute, what's this? Plush toys. Oh God, please, no more plushes. What have we got here? Thornton's 100 year. Interesting one. There wasn't much else to be had. I was looking to see if I could do a deal on more than one, but there wasn't a lot else there. I thought there was some jelly cats, but there weren't. Yeah, this is a Disney, that one. Well, I decided to opt against it. It had some repair work done on it. Come on, Chris, get away from these plushes. You're even boring me now. Come on. How long does it take to pick a plush?
How much is Teddy?
That one will be 2.
2?
Yeah. If you wish to buy more.
Yeah. She wanted £2. I mean, it's a bit much, that. That's kind of breaking the car boot Chris bank, really. So I'll put it back down.
Are 50p.
Okay. Okay, thanks.
Nothing in this box either.
You can have that one if you like for one.
What the?
Oh, what?
Yeah,
What? A quid?
do a pound.
Yes, please. Go on then. I'll take it for £1.
Here you go.
There it is.
Thanks.
In the bag. Hey up now, people. I didn't realise, but those guys there, just on camera there to the right, that's Closet Geek and his missus. That's Joe. So I was actually right there filming. I didn't even realise. We had already said hello at that point, but I was in the zone. I was in the zone, like looking for stuff, so I didn't even clock the guys there. So yeah. Hope you're enjoying this running commentary of the boot sale footage. Something different, I suppose. I'm trying to see actually while I'm doing this commentary if I missed anything. There probably is. I've not spotted a great deal yet. I mean, to be honest with you, I did go around the boot sale twice, so hopefully I got everything that I wanted to get. There's always stuff that gets away, to be fair. There's always stuff. You never get everything. You'd have to be there all day long. Now even I'm starting to get a bit seasick watching this now. I'm gonna have to to have a motion sickness tablet to get through the rest.
It's impossible, isn't it?
It was windy. There was stuff blowing all over the show there. Toy just went for a Burton off the back of the table. Now, what are these things I've got there in the corner? No idea. Look like they were made out of croc type material. You know, the crocs that you buy. Oh, not more plushes. These were Fraser Bears. I remember now. It was a bag full of Fraser Bears. Now, they can be worth money. But I looked through it and I thought, oh my god, I can't even start to try checking these. If anything, I probably would have made them an offer on the whole bag full to try and do a bit of a bundle deal, but I couldn't be bothered in the end. I just couldn't be bothered. I have got so many plush toys, I just don't need any more. Spider-Man for £3. No thanks. Again, another trader I think there. They wanted £7 for that Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Not worth that. Box of cameras there. Let's move on to the next table. What have we got on here? Not a lot. Let's see. Cancel to that. The social distancing wasn't too bad at this car boot. I've seen worse. Now, what have we found here? I've spotted something.
How much are they? Yeah, no, it looks like it. £2? No, I got loads of bags here, thanks.
Get me money out, £2. Not bad. I've sold those ones before, so I know there was profit in those. So another purchase in the bag. Get your money out, Chris. Some moths coming out there.
Thank
too.
you, cheers.
If you get a second, let me know what you think of this footage. I'm using my chest cam. It may or may not be as good as using a GoPro. It's probably not. GoPro probably is a little bit better. I think there was something on this stall I was interested in. Oh, it was a Pokemon book set.
How much is your books? £5.
£5 though. Yeah. I'm not in it for a £5. It's too much. Not made of money. Piles of clothes. I can't be asked rummaging through that lot. If I spot something, you know, like that I might be interested in, I'll go and have a look, but I ain't rummaging through that lot. This was interesting. A Simpsons dartboard. Quite, you know, used. Lots of dart holes in it.
How much is that? £4.
He wanted £4 for that dartboard. I was actually thinking to myself as I walked away, I'll check that on my phone and check the solds and just see what they were going for, and then I realised that I was filming on my phone. So I never did end up going back for that. I never bothered. Now look at all these plushes. There's Build-A-Bears there too. Some unusual ones, some horses. This is an unusual one. Not seen this one before, complete
much is
with
that
saddle.
£10 for that one. It's a Builder Bear one. It was more expensive than the normal one.
Yeah, no, they are.
And it's not really been played with.
Yeah. What's it out of, that one? Do you know?
This what, sorry?
What's it out of? Is it from a Disney or something?
Is it Silver Feet, no?
No. I don't recognise it, that's all.
No, it's one of the cartoony type things.
Yeah.
but The saddle was extra, so on top of the price of the thing normally, you know, when you buy them in the shop.
I've had a lot of the horses, but just not that one.
It's a nice horse, that one.
It's 10 your best price on it.
At the moment, it
Okay.
isn't really open yet.
Yeah, fair enough. Might pop by later if I'm still here
Yeah,
and
if it's
see.
still there.
On the chassis rails either side. There's like the wiring.
What have you got on your My Little Ponies?
There is, got the Builder Bear ones. Well, we started at 10 with those. The little ones, £1 each.
Right.
Between my grandson and my granddaughter, that's why there's so many.
Yeah, there's a lot there.
Grandson liked them for a while and then it's on to mine now. So.
Yeah, I know. They move on, don't they? There's another one there. It's similar. Okay, right, thanks.
Okay.
May pop back.
So she was asking a little bit too much for me there on the Builder Bears and the horses. I think she had like £10 on that grey horse. And some of the My Little Pony Builder Bears, they're not worth as much as what the lady thought they were. So I walked away from that one. I've never bought a big keyboard like this. Never. But the guy who knows the price wasn't there,
What
so
have you got on your keyboard?
I said I'd come back, but I didn't bother in the end. I just thought, no, I can't be bothered really coming back for that one.
Oh, don't worry, I'll pop back in a minute. Yeah, no problem.
I've skipped through some bits of this footage, just the boring bits. Here's a Furby, £4 on that Furby, not worth it. At the most that Furby's worth £10, but it may not even be worth that much. What's that I'm looking at there? Some overalls, Caterpillar overalls. I didn't bother going any further with it, they were well used. Ah no, this was an interesting t-shirt.
Whoa. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, I'll pick that up, mate, don't worry about it. You just kick it over to me.
How much is your t-shirt?
50p.
I'll take that.
50p for that t-shirt, I'll have that, thank you very much. Get me money out again.
Thank
Gonna
you.
be skint at this rate.
Thanks.
Those music festival t-shirts are usually worth something. Like I say, I didn't check any solds completed or anything while I was there because I was filming. But at 50p, it's not worth the time. Just take it and take a chance. It's not really a big thing, 50p, so in the grand scheme of things, it's easy enough to take a chance on that. Not much on that stall that interests me anyway. I should do more rummaging really, shouldn't I? I don't often sort of dig down into a box and see like what's underneath. You do tend to find stuff, but I'm not a big rummager. Now, I spotted in that box an original plastic slinky. I was just waiting for him to finish dealing with that customer before I went to have a closer look.
How much you hooked these?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
giving him the life and times of Dan Brown. The full detail on every book, what order they came out and everything. The buyer was probably a dealer anyway, so he knew exactly what the books were. There it is, that's the slinky. It's not worth a lot of money, but I wasn't picking up a lot, so I thought to myself, you know what, we'll see how much it is. If it's cheap enough, we'll have it.
Yeah. This one is hard, but it's too carry it around here. So I think I might just get that one to sort of.
How much is that? I'll take that.
So yeah, at 50p I decided to plump for
There you
that
go.
one.
Thank you.
There's going to be potentially maybe a tenner in it, but we'll look at that closely when I get back. Oh, here is
How much are those?
another good buy of the day. You can't beat a good lint roller pack. This was
How much?
£2.
Just a couple of quid.
I thought it's probably worth picking that up for £2 because the other one was running out. And there's a good, 5 rolls in there.
Usually the box was a single.
So yeah, the exciting purchase of the day. Now, I was looking at these Star Wars figures, thinking to myself, I wonder if we can do a deal on these. But I was listening to some of the other sort of prices he was throwing out, and I thought it's probably going to be too much. And then I spotted these PlayStation 1 games. I don't think there's a lot of value in those racing games. Possibly the Dukes of Hazzard.
Oh no, it's not that.
Yeah, that's a good buy. Those little boxes, isn't it?
How much are your games?
5 of them, please. That one's.
I put them back down really because I thought £5 for the 3. I don't know. You let me know. Drop me a comment. Were those 3 PlayStation 1 games worth a £5? I didn't think they were, but I could be wrong. Could live to regret that.
Just generally, like,
Now I'm after
6
looking
each.
at these chairs because we were after some chairs, not for reselling, but for ourselves, for the beach and for the garden. So they said I could have all 4 for £20, but I didn't really want 4. So I'm looking at these 2 stripy ones on the end. So I'm going to come round here now. I'm going to give them a good test. Make sure that the legs and stuff are not broken. For God's sake, Chris, hurry up, sort this deal out for these chairs. I think I offered them £10 for the 2. I'm examining them in great detail.
You go a tenner on these two.
Now I bought these for 10 quid. You'll see the money come out in a minute. And you know the worst thing about this was? I asked him to look after him. And then I ended up leaving the boot sale. I got halfway down the motorway home and I realised that I'd forgotten to go back to get them. So I had to turn around and come all the way back to pick up these 2 chairs. Ugh, so annoying. Have you ever done that? So we're coming to the end of the footage now from the boot sale at Exeter. I hope you've enjoyed the commentary. Let me know if you have. No, I'm not buying this knackered CD player for 20p.
20 pence for that CD player.
20p. Yeah.
We'll catch up back at the office shortly.
Right, so there it was, Exeter Racecourse down here in the southwest. Now, as you know, I paid £8 to get in early before most of the people can get in. But did I get much? Well, you probably saw from the video I didn't seem to pick up that much, but I'm going to go through everything that I got now, what I paid for it, and what I'm thinking of sort of asking for it predominantly on eBay. So the first thing I'm going to show you is this original plastic slinky. It's not great. It's not great. It costs 50p. It looks like it's never been used, to be honest with you. But the box is a bit battered. So at 50p, I reckon this is probably gonna get me about £10 to £12. I think there was a sold around the £12 mark, so that's what I'm going to aim for. So not too bad. Now I picked this up predominantly because it had MTV on it. It is the MTV Ocean City Sounds t-shirt. It's some kind of festival or music festival. What have we got on there? Bastille, Pete Tong, and a few others that I've never heard of. So yeah, I just picked that up because sometimes these music festival tees can do all right. That was 50p, so I'm not expecting really to lose anything on that. Couldn't find anything like it. I'll probably shoot for £10 to £15 maybe. This one, the lady, you might have seen on the video, but the lady was asking £2 for this teddy. For a teddy to command 2 of my hard-earned pounds, it has to be half decent. This one I really didn't know. But it's a Thornton's 100-year chocolate jubilee. That sounds like a decent one. But yeah, it's a 100-year Thornton's teddy. So I picked it up. I was walking away and she said, you can have it for £1, so I took it. I couldn't find anything like it either, sold or completed. So I'm probably going to shoot for about £15. I may be a bit high on that, but that's what I'm going to go for. Now, also, I picked up these slippers. You might think, slippers? A car boot? Why would you be picking up slippers? Well, it looks like they haven't been used. And, and I have sold this before. They are animal camper vans. So they're a bit like the VW camper vans, kind of like sort of hippie sort of camper van type things. Great for sort of tripping up down the stairs because you're literally going to go flying, aren't you, wearing them around the house. They were £2 and I reckon I can get probably £12, £13, £14 for those. So there's a bit of money. There's a bit of money here on the table. This I picked up. It is a portable DVD player. It's not an amazing make. It's a Tevion. It's a cheapie. It's a cheapo jobby. it's got some accessories. I think it's missing the plug. Now the guy wanted £5, and I was like, no, I don't really want to pay £5 for it. So I was walking away, and you know, I asked to have a closer look at it, and we realised that the plug wasn't there. So he offered it me for £2. So I took it for £2. I'm going to see if I can find a plug for it. But if I can get a plug for it, the solds are really all over the show. I'm not going to make a mint on it. It could be anything from £5 to £20, I think. It's really varied. But there's a few accessories in there as well. So failing finding a plug, I might part it out and sell the accessories, the battery and everything, the remote control and all that separately, because I might make more money that way. Yeah, I don't even know if it works. So that was it. That was everything that I got from Exeter. Now, my mate was there, Closet Geek, Joe. And first time we've ever met. We've been chatting a bit and stuff, because obviously he lives in this neck of the woods. So I reckon he got there way earlier than me. So I think, Joe, you nicked all the decent stuff, didn't you? Yes, you did. Very naughty. You're not allowed to get there before me. So anyway, that was all I managed to pick up. I'm not too worried because I've got so much stock at the moment. I'm falling over myself with stuff. But I really struggle when there's a car boot on not to go and have a look. But yeah, I paid £8 to get in. I'm not sure whether it was worth it. It probably wasn't really, to be honest with you. But there you go. You win some, you lose some. I'm still going to make some profit out of the things that I picked up there. Now, earlier in the morning, I actually went to another car boot. Joe was there as well, selling. But I picked a few bits up. This was Torbay car boot in Torquay. That was first thing in the morning. I've got the stuff here. I'm going to show you what I picked up from there. Not a lot again, but there's a few interesting items, a few fails as well. So important to watch for the fails, because then don't copy my mistakes. It's always a good thing. So Torbay car boot. Here's what I picked up. Now this one's free entry. Doesn't cost to get in. Free parking as well. So 2 little figures. Now picked them up on a whim. They're like little vinyl figures. Sometimes these things can be worth something. But these particular ones are not worth anything. I picked them up because they were 50p each. They're called Smiggles. I'll be lucky to get a £5 for the pair. So I'll be lucky to get that. So I won't be picking these up again. Now here's a good one. This one could end up being, this mug could end up being the best thing that I've picked up all day. And it's a Marvin the Martian, as you can see there. Marvin the Martian. But he's a Warner Brothers studio mug, and that's always worth picking up. I will always pick up the studio merchandise, so any of this sort of film studio merchandise, always pick that stuff up, providing you get it at the right price. This was £1, and looking at listed, there aren't any sold, but looking at listed, I think I might be able to get more than £20 for that. So it's a nice mug, that. Okay, some Ps2 games. Now, didn't pay a lot for these. I don't know a lot about what to look out for. I only know a handful of games on the PS2 that are worth anything. These are not it. It's safe to say these are not it. So these were 50p each. I'll be lucky to get a £5 back on The Sims 2. I'll be lucky to get £2 or £3 back on Tetris. And Ghost Rider.
Sure I understand.
Fuck off. And Ghost Rider is probably worth a £5. I don't know. I'll probably throw these in with some of the PS2 bundles that I've got going on at the minute. I might actually keep Ghost Rider for myself. I'm a fan of the film. I really like the film. So I've got a PS2 somewhere that I don't play much, but I might keep that anyway for myself. Now here's something I picked up that I've sold before, so I know it has value. It's a little Sonic bag. It's got the retro value to it. I didn't actually open it up and have a look inside. It could be wrecked. No, it's okay. It's a Sega Sonic the Hedgehog, of course. We all know it's Sega. But it's in good condition. It cost me 50p, so I'm going to pick that up all day long. It's very cool. And I think I'm going to get £12 to £15 on that. Now then, here's another little bit of a fail. There's a few fails today, isn't there? Yeah, a few not so good stuff really. So, Tetris Tower 3D. There it is. It's like an electronic game version of Tetris. I hope it's got all the pieces. He said it did. I've not even tested it yet. This cost me £2, but I'll be lucky to get £5 to £10 back. If it's all fully intact, fully working, I can get some good pictures of it all on, lit up and everything, then maybe I'll get a tenner. But I think I'm going to be really pushing it to get a tenner back on that. So it's not a fail because it cost £2, but it's not kind of the level of profit that I really look for in stuff. Now, the last thing I'm going to show you that I picked up from Torbay car boot, I'll just move back a bit so that we can see. And part of me wishes that I didn't bother picking this up, because if you remember the last lot of camera equipment and cameras that I picked up, I bought a massive load of stuff and it cost me quite a lot of money, but I've made some good money on it too, which is why I decided to pick this up. So, have a look here. Can we see? Yeah, I don't know if you can see, but it's a big box full of old cameras, vintage cameras, retro stuff, and then some accessories in here. Just on a whim, I just said to the guy, how much do you want for all your cameras? And he said £10. And I think, there's got to be £10 here. There's got to be some money here. One of these cameras could be worth £10 easily. So the rest would be profit. So yes, it's going to take me some work to get through this lot, and I'm not looking forward to it, but I can't help myself when there's a bargain to be had. So I'll quickly take you through what's in here. We've got a Kodamatic camera case, Kodak film, The Art of Photography book. We've got some old vintage cameras. I have no idea if any of these work, but I can always sell them as untested, which I probably will. Please let me know in the comments if you spot something decent in this lot. There's an Olympus. Don't know the model number of it. An Olympus, and it's got a 32 megabyte card with it, so that's not bad. That could be worth a tenner. Some little binoculars here. Oh. No idea if they're worth anything. I don't know what all this is. There's a load of wires. I'll have to just pick the bones out of that. There's something very... Is it a Super 8? I think it's a Super 8 film camera thing, cine camera. I'll have to have a look at that. I've got one of these somewhere that I need to list as well, so I might list them both if I've... That one. Another one of these Instamatic things. It winds on, so that's something. You know, I don't know a lot about these. Avantix F220 Kodak camera. There's lots here. There's got to be £10 here, aren't there? There's got to be £10 worth. A Miranda Super Viewer. I'm guessing that's probably a cheaper make. I haven't heard of that. You'll probably laugh at me now because it's probably something amazing. What the heck is this? It's a Remington. There's a shaver in here. There's a Remington Gt Shaver. With its case, it probably comes with whiskers as well. Well, that's not the cat food. Yeah, what's this one here? See, I've not even looked at half of this. I just went 10 quid. Okay, go on, I'll give it a go. So there's that one. It's a Kodak Brownie 8 something or other in a case. Another Olympus D380 with a memory card there, if you can see that. Another one of these things, a Kodak. Oh, I've got one of these somewhere else with the handle. Oh, it's got a film in it as well. God knows what's on these. I wonder if we should get them. Oh, wouldn't that be interesting? Get the films developed and do a video on it. What do you reckon? Should we get? There's another film in here as well. Should we get the films developed? Here's another one. Speedmatic Prinz 110. Could be broken the door. No, it's not. It's sorted. Is there a tenner's worth here? There's got to be, hasn't there? I know a lot of you are sort of good with cameras. What's this one? An Ixus FF. I used to have an Ixus. Say, don't know if they're working. I don't know what kind of condition they're in. Some kind of accessories in here. Bits and pieces. I'm guessing that film's knackered. An old plug there, jeepers. Look at that. An old plug. Well, that's it. So that was a tenner for that lot. So that's a lot for today. 2 car boots visited. We picked up a few bits and bobs. A couple of fails in there as well. So it's always worth you guys sort of watching those so that you know what not to pick up rather than what to pick up. What's the most money that you've ever spent in getting into a car boot sale? And do they do these early entry fees where you are? I'd be interested to know. Drop us a comment. I'd like to know how it works where you are. And also, if you enjoyed the video, give us a like, a thumbs up, and a comment, and we'll catch you again on the next one, or maybe on a live show sometime soon. See you later.